Black Maria is a member of the 𝘍𝑰𝘅𝘁 and was first introduced in chapter 978. She's very tall, youthful, and her hair and clothing is styled like a geisha. One of her first lines already had a flirtatious undertone, which later coincided with the reveal that she is the owner of the Woman Trouble, a brothel located to the east of Onigashima. So far, Black Maria has had limited coverage compared to the rest of the 𝘍𝑰𝘅𝘁, but despite these limitations, there are some hints that people have collected in regards to the speculation of her devil fruit power. In the face of her apparent unwillingness to seek direct combat or violence in general, alongside her visible disgust at Orochi's plan to crucify and humiliate a brutalized child, and her seemingly compassionate and empathetic personality, I believe that Black Maria is playing a game of deception. In chapter 992, she camped out in a room with a few of her subordinates, playing music on her shamisen, and singing a song about two lovers meeting beneath the moonlight, rather than taking a confrontational attitude towards the alliance. With what we have seen in the past chapters, such as Big Mom directly bringing old furniture to life, a type of yokai by the way that you can read more about here, I believe we have another legend at hand. Taken straight from Japanese folklore, Black Maria's disposition is directly connected with the mythical creatures of the 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘓, whose name translates to woman spider, or better yet, prostitute spider. The legend of these 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘓 dates back to the Edo period of Japan, and the era ruled by shoguns from 1603 to 1868. It is said that when a spider lives for 400 years, it gains the ability to grow to the size of a cow and shapeshift into an attractive young lady. One typical trick it would use to catch a meal is to transform into an empty inn, house, or shrine. Part of this trick also involved the creature turning into this young and attractive lady, playing on the biwa and singing beautifully to attract its victims. Some of them would lure the person to eat cake or drink sake, but in all instances, the outcome is the same. She would get close to her victim and then cover them in deadly silk, often just her feet, so there would be no escape. Like most spiders, she would then proceed to devour the victim at her own leisure. An important note to consider is that the 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘓 are said to reside near waterfalls and lakes, and many tales told about this indeed involve those two locations. All of this is sounding quite familiar, isn't it? In Japan, there is a famous waterfall located in the central Ise Peninsula called the Joran Falls, and according to Japanese folklore, it is the home of a legendary mistress, 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘓, the spider that can transform into a seductive woman. In one version of a story, a lumberjack stumbles upon an attractive lady by a woman at a waterfall. There is an instant connection and the logger visits her every day. However, he starts to grow weaker and weaker as his energies are drained by the 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘓. A Buddhist monk suspects that the lumberjack has been ensnared by a seductive 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘓. He then advises that they should both travel together to the waterfall. When they do arrive, the monk starts to read from the sutra scriptures, and as he does so, the spider threads start to appear in an attempt to grab and suck the logger into the waterfall. However, the Buddhist monk's chanting causes the webs to disappear. The lumberjack is saved, but his fascination with the woman is too strong. He later consults a Tengu, a high-status yokai creature, and asks if he can continue his relationship with the 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘓. The Tengu refuses, and so the depressed lumberjack goes back to the waterfall, and unable to live without his love, he jumps in the lake, never to be seen again. Let's go back to One Piece, specifically the brothel scene. It is built on top of a lake decorated with wisteria shrubs from nearby trees. Special significance was pointed out towards these 2 points of interest, and that's because historically, wisteria symbolized long life, immortality, great beauty, and an intoxicating fragrance. There is even a 150-year-old wisteria tree located in Ashikaga Flower Park, Japan. Both the illustrious symbolism and the parallels regarding the nature of the 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘓 gives more weight to the possibility that Black Maria has a spider devil fruit power. The name 𝘰𝘀𝘁𝘁 is now used to denote a particular species of spiders known as 𝘕𝑝𝑖𝑙𝑎 clavata, although this is getting a bit too specific, since Oda likes to add his own twist when implementing aspects of Japanese folklore into the story. Therefore, if it is a spider, then it must be slender but ruthless in nature, such as a Black Widow. In chapter 994, Luffy and Ko are on the first castle level, with 4 more levels left to go before they enter the roof of the Skull Dome. I believe that Black Maria will be featured as an obstacle for the group, and is therefore already prepared. We know that King is barking orders towards the 𝘉𝘰𝘢𝘁, acting as a general, instructing them to seize the surgeon Yamato and instead focus on stopping the Alliance from getting the rooftop at any cost. Black Maria in this regard is no exception. Just as a spider spins her web to trap insects, Black Maria has spun hers, metaphorically speaking at least, and therefore is content to remain passive during this battle until the time is right. If Black Maria is to fight the Alliance, then I would like her to face off against Robin, as both complement their respective abilities and can create an interesting battle full of passion and energy, a dangerously fast-paced one. If you believe that Black Maria is irrelevant towards the ongoing events, then you have symbolically fallen right into Oda's trap. So there you have it, a theory on Black Maria's Devil Fruit. Whether or not this video will age well is to be determined, but I enjoyed sharing my thoughts with you on this topic. So what do you think? What sort of Devil Fruit powers could Black Maria be possessing? Will she be a crucial plot device for the Alliance, and is she perhaps involved with more than just one faction?